Hello everyone, this is Crump3txxix here, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. So I'm here in my XP farm right now to show you I finally got something worked out. I got the looting system all put into place, and oh yeah, some dickhead broke my door, I forgot to do that. But so slowly and surely starting to get those projects I started and never finished done. But yeah, if you see, we can come down here. Actually, let's go ahead. I accidentally grabbed some of that crap. Oops. There, and sure. Alright, so yeah, I accidentally grabbed some of that crap, but anyway, so you can see, turn that off. Glass is broken, don't worry about that. So if we come down here, I didn't finish everything, as you can see, but I did get the looting system in place finally. So you can hear that clicking. Those are for the random items that don't get sorted in here. The only thing that does get sorted in here is rotten flesh. So we got a chest that's nearly full, and then they'll fill upwards and then to the side. But yeah, and I started moving around the carpets a little bit to actually fix the Pokeball. I'll end up taking these black ones out. Well, these ones right here, I'm taking those out, make it a thinner black line, and then everything on the bottom will be white, but I don't have the carpets for that since my sheep died, so moving on. So today we're going to be doing a little bit of work over at the other house, like I was saying before, but got some stuff to talk about while we're on the way over there. The first thing is, I forgot to mention this a couple different times now, actually. Back on the Minecraft forums for the people who go there, and obviously for the people who know me from the Minecraft forums where they came to my videos from, I started posting this world as a survival journal on there, so I will link that in the description from now on. Not every single video gets an update, but it's roughly like every other one, depending on how much actually gets done. If it's just kind of like the behind-the-scenes stuff from last episode, then I'm not going to worry about it too much, but if we're doing some sort of buildy type stuff or starting a new project, I will. So just, I don't know, the videos is going to be the best way to keep up with it, but the forums will have all that stuff too. If you want to talk to me on there, that's a little bit of an easier medium to talk to than YouTube comments, so that's one nice thing about it. But any sort of suggestions, feedback, anything like that on any of my builds, or if you just want to say hi, I don't care. That either one's a good place to talk to me. So we got this skeleton donkey here. I want to start, or skeleton horse. And I have actually had him for a while now, since like the first day of 1.9, but he was over in that creeper hole that you can kind of see just past the farm where the trees are. I got attacked when I was trying to rechain the iron farm, and yeah, so I ended up getting that one from the trap. The other ones didn't survive the fight. I was not very good with my bow and arrow shots, and so this guy's the only one who lived. But let's go ahead and put a saddle on him. This guy it's kind of funny. Alright, so I put that slab here for my donkeys to get out because my donkeys couldn't jump that high. This dude can't even jump. Oh, he can jump a block and a half. I haven't been able to jump that high on him, but this guy has like the most awful jump in the world. But he is really fast, so I guess we'll take him over to the house, where we will do some work. But anyway, so what I was saying with the finishing projects and stuff like that before is I've been doing a little bit of thinking about that. And I thought it was a bad idea to hold off doing other projects until we get those finished, because some of those can take, a long time. So what I'm going to try to do now is for the behind the scenes stuff, like, putting in that looting system for my zombie spawner, for stuff like that, I'm going to just do that off camera, and I may or may not mention that it's fixed. Probably will, but maybe not. Who knows? No. Can I not lead you up? Oh, no. That's not cool. I can't put him on a lead. Alright, well, I do have a hole around here that he can go into. So that works. I guess I'll just have to dig that up to get him out. Well, that's stupid. You can't lead up skeleton horses. No. I mean, he is tamed. I can ride him, but that's kind of a pain in the ass. So I got a bunch of materials here, some stuff pre-crafted, and we're going to do a lot of work here today. Where are my fences? Fences? Oh, there they are. So we're going to need some fences, some oak wood. But let's just get right into it. So I've marked out a couple spots. I came over here, did some terraforming, marked off a few spots, but eventually this needs to be livable by a villager, both in like technical terms, like I don't want zombies to be able to come in and get him, so we're going to be kind of fencing off this area and trying to light up everything that's inside of it. But not only that, we're going to be kind of RPing with it, I guess is a way of putting it. I don't know if that's the best way. How did I have this before? We'll fix that in a moment. Actually, I'm going to move this back one block. And you'll see why in a moment. It has to do with what we're building. So there's going to be that here. Oh, no, transition. But pretty much, we're going to be fencing off this area. And there's going to be a little bit of a farm section back here. So we'll fence off this. And, oh, right, I got to move this now to where that torch is. But let me just kind of, well, just me doing the fences is going to be a little bit boring, so let me kind of show you what's going on. So I got these areas marked out here, over here, back up here, and going around the side of the house. So it's going to be a lot longer than it is wide. Back out here, there's going to be a bit of a farming section, which we'll take more of a look at as we progress, but there's going to be some farms around back here, and then it'll come up to the front over here, and there'll be, you know, a front entrance type thing on this side. And then we'll have some roads eventually leading out. I might terraform this back a little bit more. I just pretty much terraformed everything what we would need for this one small house. And, you know, the farm and everything associated with it. But, so that'll eventually more will get changed later on. But, yeah, anyway, so let me put these fences in so we don't waste too much time on this one step. And I will continue. I'll start recording again here in a little while, once these are all in place. Alright, so we got our fences put in place and everything, although it's not too terribly safe yet, seeing as any mob can just easily jump over this. But if we take a look around, I got rid of all the tall grass and everything. We will put some back in later because it definitely does add some detail and everything. It does look better in smaller amounts, but not like these gigantic fields of grass. Not like that. But anyways, I got some spots for... What? He was on fire? That was unusual. Okay, but... we got some spots for carrots, wheat, and potatoes on this side. I don't have beetroots, and I'm not exactly even sure how to obtain them at this point since I generated my world in 1.8, not 1.9. So I'm not actually sure how to get them besides stealing them from villages. And all my villages were already generated, so I'd have to go out into like new chunks. But, so we'll have melons and pumpkins here, wheat, potatoes, and carrots on these ones. But like I was saying before, very easy to still get in here. So what we're going to do about that, and we're actually going to knock two birds out with one stone, we're going to make these pillars higher. And we also need to, you know, get some light on these, or just in the area in general. So what we're going to do is just make these stupid little lamppost things. And I hate trapdoors, but this is honestly one of the best ways of going about this, I think. Just because, I'll explain in a second. Let me grab, oh, I do have a slab on me. It's not the right slab, but I'll show you why. So we're going to make these too tall. Now mobs can't jump over it. Spiders can climb it, but I'm not worried about spiders killing villagers, whenever we do get a villager out here. So we're going to put that glass on top, or glowstone on top. And we're going to use these trapdoors to kind of block it off because the regular glowstone texture is pretty damn ugly, in my opinion. So we have those, and we could leave it like that, but that makes the top look kind of stupid. So what I was thinking originally was using regular stone slabs, not stone brick. I don't have any stone slabs on me though, and putting it on the top like that. But that's just so bulky, and then it didn't fit along with the trapdoors too. So I figured it would just be nicer just to put a trapdoor on top instead of putting a slab, and like so. And that gives it... I don't want to break that with my pickaxe. That's a waste of durability. But I think that looks better than just glowstone, or maybe putting I was considering a redstone lamp too, but you'd have to power it, so that one was kind of out of the question. So I'm going to do this for every single one of these like corner pieces, the connection parts. There's going to be 1 block up and then glowstone with these trapdoors on it. And I didn't realize how expensive this was. It takes 6 pieces of planks to make 2 trapdoors. So this was a lot more expensive than I originally thought, but it'll be all right. Once we get some sort of witch farm going over at the witch trap, which is just right over that hill actually, the glowstone won't be too bad, and then getting trees isn't the worst thing in the world. Obviously, it's very easy to get trees, but it can be tedious. So maybe eventually an automatic tree farm, which is something I was thinking about doing with all the what the hell is it called? The bone meal that I'm going to be having soon. With all that, I was thinking about making some sort of tree farm down in my base. Maybe not withered powered. I was watching an Ethos Lab video recently where he did a gas powered one. So I was thinking maybe trying my own luck at designing something like that. But I don't know. So let's get this. I'm going to get this all finished up, get the rest of these all placed, and then we'll continue on to probably putting the crops in. Alright guys, I finished at just the right time. It just hit nighttime. So you can see it's definitely safe from the outside now and relatively safe on the inside. But there's still some dark patches where it gets down to like block light 5 and everything. But I want this entire area to be inside of this fence line to be safe without torches. So we're going to have to do some more with that later. But I think the next step of this is to get... Oh shoot, I forgot a couple things actually. Forgot that one. And I might be out of trapdoors. I might have to go craft more of those in a minute. But I forgot this one too. And those ones as well. But... I will do that off, well, the other one's off camera, but the next step of this is to get all of these, the crops in place, and that'll add some color and some, just add more to the area. One thing I forgot to note or I might have forgotten to mention it, I can't remember if I did, but when I was talking about using these trapdoors and everything with the logs and the glowstone behind it, it does a pretty good job of covering it up, and the colors go together pretty well. But not to mention that it has just that extra little bit of depth on it, and I think that's what really adds to it. Now, and I've seen people do this before, and I'm kind of considering the same thing. Hi, you can't get in anymore, huh? No, you can't. No, you can't. Die. And I've noticed people do this before, but they will actually retexture the trapdoors. And I'm considering doing that myself, but I do like to stick to a very, I don't know, I'm all about vanilla. So I don't know if I want to do that. I mean, a texture pack isn't that big of a deal. I do actually technically have a texture pack, but I'm not using it. But I used it to take out the particles from beacon effects, and I also used it to smoothen out glass. So I don't know if I want to do that or not, but I am considering retexturing these trapdoors and hopefully make it look like something a little bit nicer. But I'm going to fix those and get these crops in place now, and we'll take a look at how that looks in just a moment. Okay, so I got all the plants put in and everything, and I went ahead and put a little bit of a base gravel path in. It's not going to stay like this, obviously, but that's the next step of what we're going to do. But first of all, I'm curious. If we come back here, there's a lot of mobs underneath me. Holy crap. Kind of curious to see, like, what's actually down there. It sounds like everything's down there, really. But I know you can get under here. It's directly under a cave. I just don't remember. I think I might have covered up the entrance. So there's one right here, maybe? Yeah, there is one here. I don't think it goes down there. No. Well, I'm going to ignore that then. I might off camera dig off screen and go take a look at that. Because, geez, there's so many mobs directly underneath me. I think I could probably just dig down right here. Or not. Shut up. Alright, but anyway, so yeah, we got the gravel path in, we got our plants in, I let them all grow, and I bone mealed those ones. It was actually a little bit scary. I let them grow overnight, because I got distracted, started watching TV, And then I apparently found out this morning, it's another day for me right now, that my computer reset overnight. And oh, I have all my slabs and stuff on me. So I was very, very scared that I was gonna lose the recording, or the audio for it. I already had the recording, but I never saved the audio, and it was gone, like I was saying. But it turned up that Audacity I record separately from my video to audio. So it turns out Audacity does have autosave features, and it worked out in the end. So let me quickly explain what's going on right here before I cut off camera. But essentially what we're going to be doing is just kind of breaking up this just path. So it's not all just gravel. It's not going to be 5 long on the entire way. So some spots will be 5 long, some will be 3, and some might even poke out 7. Who knows? Or 6 on one side. So it'll be like 2 off of the middle here and 3 off of the middle on the other side. I don't know. But the main thing that we're trying to do is make it so it doesn't look very even. And that's just going to add some character to it, make it look real nice. And then we can also do like, not just break up the blocks, but we can also break it up a little bit like this, where we're going to put a stair in sideways. It doesn't block you from walking at all, but it just adds like a little bit of wear and tear to the path too. So I don't know, I think it's going to look real good, but it's just going to be a lot of little block placements and such, like noticing where the gravel is just a little bit too much, and we're going to break it up just like that. So maybe a piece here. Actually, let's do another thing with our stairs. Not on that spot though. Put cobble there, and we can put a cobble stair here. And I'm just gonna keep doing this throughout this entire little time. Just kind of break this up a little bit, make it look like a normal path and not so perfect. So let me do that. We'll take a look at how it looks. We also have it on the front side too, just over here. I didn't go outside of the fence yet because there's no place for the road to lead to yet. There's no other house. So the roads aren't gonna happen until there's a place for the road to go to. So once I build the next house, I'll connect it up. But yeah, so let me continue on with this path. And then there will be some sort of like stairs here, maybe a slab, break that. Let's see, we have our slabs. Where are our slabs? I know I have slabs. I have an entire freaking stack of them. Maybe I should be finding this stuff off camera. I'll be right back, guys. We'll take a look at how this path looks in just a moment. Oh, how sweet of him. He brought me an egg. He knew how hard I was working on this gravel path. That's nice of you, guy. Can I have it? You gotta hand it to me, please? Hand it? Good job. Oh, it's on the other side of the fence. I can't get it. Oh well. Alrighty, so I got the paths in place, and it's actually a perfect time for me to show you that, because it just hit night. But anyway, so you can see I kind of broke up everything. Gravel is the main color behind it, but it's broken up. These 2 patches are actually supposed to be grass. They're supposed to be kind of going into the path. But we got some coarse dirt to really break up the textures. Gravel, andesite, stone, and cobble mix pretty well. I'm not sure how I feel about the stone bricks. Here, let me go find a spot over on the other side. I don't want to ruin more dirt because it's taken forever to regrow back in. But let me, here, I'll grab a mossy stone brick. I was going to try to implement these into it more, but I mean, if you look at it, it just doesn't fit. It doesn't seem like, in my opinion, that fits anyways. I don't know. Maybe it seems like it would transition from the grass even better than the other ones would, but I don't know. Maybe we kind of want it to be a hard transition. But anyway, so this is how the back looks. Again, all nice and pretty broken up. Got some stairs, so pretty much all the stairs will lead you up and down like normal. No troubles getting up and down because of it. None of these little spots obviously make you fall in, and it looks pretty good. So we got one last thing to do before we're done for the day on this, and as you can see, this is why I wanted it to be night, but there's light level. Well, there's 7, 6-ish. Over here, we probably have some 6, 5, stuff like that. So essentially, we just got some areas that don't have quite light level 8, and we want this place to be completely unspawnable. I think there's one right back here too. So what we're going to do for the final stages of this is we're going to get some trees and bushes in here with hidden glowstone lighting to finish off that lighting. And then we're just going to kind of throw in, I'm going to bone meal up the ground and throw some flowers that I collected. And oh man, I collected some flowers. I'm a pretty good flower collector, if I must say so myself. But anyway, so yeah, I'm going to bone meal up the grass and everything, and I mean, it's just going to be a real long process of bone mealing, breaking out grass where I think it's too dense, making sure the light levels are completely 8 or above, and then once we're done that, I brought over, you probably saw one of the times I was going through the chest, not that one, maybe? There it is. I brought a golden apple and a splash potion of weakness, and before we leave here today, I plan on capturing a zombie villager to actually inhabit the house. He will be our experimental Steve. We started out in the game as Steve with nothing to do, nowhere to start, had to build our starter home and gather resources for our own. Well, that's what this guy's going to have to do too in our in our imaginations, because obviously it's a villager, he's not going to do that. So I'm going to get some glowstone, some trees and everything, and try to get this all light level 8, and I'm probably going to check block by block, well, maybe not block by block, but I'm going to check very thoroughly that this entire area is spawn proof, because I don't want to lose my villager. So I'm going to start getting materials, and we will move on with our final stages of this house. Alright guys, well I took a little bit of a stop here to look back, and I kind of want to get your feedback on something. I wanted to implement tall trees as well as small trees, kind of, so there's a different layer of depth, so you can see the one tree back there, that thing's huge. Further back, smaller tree up front, kind of obstructing some view, and another like mid-sized tree over there, but I don't know, they feel like they're so bulky. I'm not sure exactly how I really feel about these, so that's kind of what I want your opinion on is, should I leave? Well, I'm going to take out these big trees and kind of put some smaller trees back in. But let me know what you guys think, because I do want the taller trees, but these tall oaks just turn out looking so ugly. And I'm not too great at building custom trees, but I might actually give that a shot at a later date. There's not a lot of time left in this episode, so I'm not going to do it now. But anyway, so yeah, I just started putting in these trees, a couple bushes to kind of help with the light level. And all I gotta do now is I'm gonna take out these trees again and put some smaller ones in and just get some grass and everything in, and we'll continue and catch our villager. So, but please let me know what you think about these trees, whether I should have some tall ones and some short ones, or just go all short or all tall, whatever, I don't know, whatever you guys think would look good. But I'm trying to put some glowstone in here that you can kind of see, but not very well. I don't know. I think it looks better in the small trees, actually, because I put it inside of the trunk. It's much harder to see. But time to change up these trees again and put grass in. Yay! All right, guys, we are finally done here. And we actually got our villager on hand too, which is awesome. So, oh, cool! And he picked up an item, so I don't have to worry about him despawning. So we're gonna just let this one guy in. He's a butcher. Here, you can come in here. Come in here. He's, jeez. Nope. Oh, jeez. No. Alright, I'm gonna have to leave. We gotta walk out. I'm gonna try this again. We gotta capture this guy. And he should be okay, but I just gotta get up to a safe spot so where he can't reach me during the 5 minutes. Oh no, he, stopped paying attention. Good. Come here! Where are you? Hello, sir? Oh, there you are. Hi! How are you? I just want to bring you inside to your new home. Is that okay? You cool with that? You got it? But yeah, I had to make sure it wasn't a farmer, specifically because... Are you coming in? Hey, come on. I'm in here. Hi. Alright, cool, we got up. Alright, so he can't reach me now, so this is perfect. Come back in, please. It's, yeah, you're fine in here, don't worry. Awesome. So we got ourselves a friend. Let's block off the door so he doesn't break it down. Just do that to be safe. I don't want him to get me. So I'm going to wait out the 5 minutes for this guy to convert into a butcher or a leather worker, whatever you want here. You can put on some boots in case we don't want to get everything all dirty in here. But yeah, so I'm going to wait this guy's timer out, and we got our villager, and then I'll show you all the work that's been done. I might wait a little bit longer. You guys aren't going to realize the wait. It'll just be a wait for me because I'm also waiting on some vines to grow for them, because I added so much detail, but I'll explain that more in just a second. I'm going to wait for this guy to convert, so I'll be right back. So I'm going to go ahead and make a little bit of an assumption that our villager is never going to freaking come outside. Holy crap, there's even more. They're around the sides, too. So many villagers. It looks like they're tracking me and not him, though, but I don't see how they could have seen him from inside. But, so, let's just go ahead and take a look. I don't feel like waiting for the vines to grow anymore. They'll be grown soon enough. But, God, this place... damn, get out of here. Jeez. Screw you, man. Screw you. Get rid of that creeper. He's a little bit of a liability too. God damn it, stop protecting the creeper. He is not your friend. He will kill you too. He has his own agenda. He is not your friend. Oh my god, there's so many zombies. Yeah, this guy is never coming out of the house. But every single block in here, it's completely safe. I've pretty much checked all the dark spots. I got our trees all replaced, so now, except for this one, all the trees are these, you know, where the trunk is 3 tall before the leaves start, with no branches or anything like that. And I don't know, I guess those are good right now. Those are really hard to get. It took me a lot of time to get that. And I hand placed every single one of these flowers, every single one of these pieces of grass, every single little thing, and it's just immersed in such a lush, beautiful area. I love it so much. And the vines, I don't know, I'm glad I added the vines to it too. The vine... Hi, oh my god, you guys are freaking annoying. Die! Die, damn it, die. But yeah, and then after you get out of these little side yard areas, it kind of clears up a little bit back here. I still added some flowers and stuff like that. One tree outside of the fence line. And then it's kind of a little bit less dense over here because this is where we're kind of growing our crops. So we cleared out our area in order to, you know, grow some food. But anyway, so our villager is all set to go. He is doing well. He'll probably never leave the house. Oh, he left the house. Probably wasn't too smart of him, to be quite honest with you. And I don't know where he is. Just please don't go up to the fence line. Please, please don't go up to the fence line. Where is he? I don't see... Oh, there you are. So, anyways, I was saying before the cut, and I forgot to finish the sentence, the reason why I didn't want a farmer out here is because the farmer would actually attempt to harvest these and regrow them, but when he harvested them, there's no actual water keeping any of this hydrated, although I could actually add water underneath these posts. That would work pretty well, actually, and keep the area hydrated, but I don't know, as long as the plants are down here just as kind of just for looks, I think it'll be okay. Oh, and you know what I just realized? The villager could actually escape from right here. So maybe, I'm a little bit worried about him escaping now. Maybe we'll just kind of leave him be. He won't escape while we're in the area, but he could easily just kind of jump over some of this stuff and leave. So maybe I'll trap him inside. I'm not too sure yet. But once I leave the area, he should be safe, in theory. I don't think he's going to want to leave because he's going to avoid all these zombies, but yeah, now I'm a little bit worried about that now because it's very easy to jump out from the inside. He's not going to try to leave the house area, though. He's going to be tied to the house. And with all these zombies around, he's never going to want to leave. So I'm a little concerned. But that's going to do it for this episode. Let's go ahead and take a little bit of a step back and see how it looks from other angles before we go. Maybe it'll be faster if we do it from horseback. But yeah, so that's how this looks. Oh man, I don't know why. Oh god damn it, he already escaped. Are you kidding me? You know what? You deserve to die then. Because you can't get back in now. There's no way for you to get back in. The gate's closed. You're... fuck you. Fuck you in the fucking face, dude. Maybe I shouldn't have made it so you can escape from the outside. Well, that was a waste of gold. Yeah, you're gonna die. Whatever. maybe that was a dumb idea to put a villager in there in the first place. I don't know. We'll make it so later on it's safer in the entire area as we expand in this, and then maybe we'll try to put villagers back in again, because there's no way I'm going to be able to keep them out, or keep them in, not out. But yeah, just take a look from the sides and everything. I think it looks freaking amazing, and I am really a huge critic on my own work. But anyways, this is getting a little bit longer than I intended, so I think that's going to about do it for this episode. And we need a screenshot, maybe off of horseback, for our thumbnail. So let's take a picture like that, and I think that'll look beautiful. So thank you guys so very much for watching, as always, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, goodbye.